link.
I've also still got this.
Yeah, and I've
What
still,
have you got from that?
I got a
From that thing?
potion of
Remember? Oh,
invulnerability,
you had the potion of invulnerability.
which might come in handy.
Right, so we're back. While Vincent and Faust went to the Grinning Bear Tavern, got attacked by skeletons and some sort of ghost, surviving only by the skin of their teeth, and finding a silver bracelet with the word eternal inscribed in a devilish language that only Faust could understand.
Which Devil Boys put on, by the way.
Fantastic.
That's not going to bite us in the ass.
The rest of
He's
you
going to go home. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Jex and Neve make their way with Cassandra to the temple of Shalia, which has been rebuilt about 2 miles outside the city.
Okay.
So it's really a work in progress.
Okay. Why is it being rebuilt? Do we know?
So
Do we have
I'm not.
anything to do with this?
No, this isn't the Temple of the Unchained, which you
We did destroy.
we did kind of destroy.
Okay.
There is they actually do healing magic and stuff. They believe that the gods are worth worshipping, so they've formed a kind of fellowship through the city, and
Okay.
you haven't really checked up on them very much, but they believe in helping people and they run a few soup kitchens, that sort of thing, and they generally believe that the gods should not be worshipped, magic should not be practiced. We should just live naturally. That's
Stay out of the way of those cultists.
Yeah. Right.
They generally don't come to you because you've reaffirmed that you're not a cult. So,
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so we're on our way.
you make your way to the out of the city towards the farmlands to the south, away from the port. It's quite a pleasant journey. It's morning time. The various farmers tending fields to the bits that there's quite a large series of grasslands that effectively feeds the city. The temple is built on a hill, which was Cassandra explains to you on your journey. Was a waypoint for travelers. It's sort of a crossroads that leads to other towns and villages. However, it was destroyed by a storm. Lightning hit it a long time ago when her mother was young, and her father swore to rebuild it since then.
Oh, okay.
Her mother, who passed away a long time ago.
And it's being rebuilt now.
Well, her father, increasingly over the last few years, she says, my father thought it was important to honor my mother's
Their
legacy.
mother, okay.
And
So I'm just going to get my things in. Yeah.
he began to think that, I don't know, he spent more and more time here
Yeah.
2 years, and I don't know, it was really important to him 10 years ago or so, but then gradually the business took over, and then in the last year or so he's been here a lot.
Oh, okay.
I got some ideas
Yeah, go on.
that I need to chat.
Yeah.
Are
we going to chat without her?
As you start approaching the valley, you can move away. She's not paying that much attention to you. As you're approaching the rolling hill that leads up to what you can see to be a stone platform.
Can we do a little check and see if anyone's
I
following
can do
us?
a perception
You
check.
can, yeah. Make a perception
I've
check.
got +6.
I'll put it away in your little baggie.
Oh, that's very good of you.
It's like, it's
Could
like,
you get that out to me?
you want me to roll it for you and all?
No, just get it out. Thank you very much. Is that an 11?
That is an 11.
So 11 + 6, 17 perception check.
You see 2 figures, kind of bulky, trying to move from tree to tree, and then large grass to large grass, sort of thing, moving along with you.
They're moving along with us.
They're trying to keep pace
Tabs
with
on
you,
us.
but they're not they're not being particularly good at remaining. They look like they're trying to be stealthy, but you're both quite experienced trackers, and they're not very good.
Okie dokie.
That's going to be badgers, not it?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. I do.
So the other thing I think is Mr. Duval's been a nice guy all his life. He's
Yeah.
lost his wife,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden he's messing around with this necromancy
Mm,
stuff.
mm.
Is he trying to bring his wife back from the dead because he can't let go? And or there's possible subterranean exit point from the city to this place that he may have reopened
Right.
as a bolt hole. So those are the first.
See
So,
there.
first three things is it's unlikely we're going to walk out of the city and nobody follow us because
No.
I've upset some fairly influential people recently. So I think going in with that in mind,
Yeah.
we just need to be a little bit on the careful
Should
side.
we go and?
Should we have a word with the orcs or?
Yeah, is it worth bothering about them or just let them follow us? Because.
I think it's worth letting them know we know they're there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Can I? Is it? I've thrown a perception. Is that the end of my go?
No, you can turn around. You're not in goes until it goes to combat.
I was going to go to combat.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
You're going to turn and fire at the
Yeah, just to let them know that we know that they're there.
Okay, you turn and fire.
Could I find a handy fox and or?
I can turn
Rabbit?
into a fox.
Because I've got this beast sense, which means I can sort of tap into a wild beast.
Do you now?
I've just found it.
I think you see a.
Do you know what? I might keep hold that back for now, but
Okay.
I think let's let them know we know they're there
Yeah.
and not attack them as such, but
No, just send them a. You know.
So you turn and fire an arrow into the ground near one of them. Roll the d20. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to see you didn't roll a 1 and maybe hit them. So you fire an arrow and it goes not very near to them. It kind of hits the ground quite a distance from them, but it's obvious to them that you spotted
know
it.
that, yeah.
So Greg and Phil, the half-orc bodyguards of Badger, step out from where they were trying to ineffectually hide in the tall grass.
Right.
Hello. You can see Greg, he's waving. He's being patched up and bandaged.
Please don't hurt me.
I'm
We've
gonna.
been told to follow you because Badger has told us we have to.
So okay,
No, he hasn't. Yeah, yes, he has.
tell you what. Why don't you pop back and tell Badger that we're going to the temple up there? That's obviously where we're headed. There's jack all else around here. Do yourselves a favour. Have a cup of coffee on the way there and just say you saw us going into the temple.
Make it persuasion.
I'll use your
All
tricky dice.
right.
12 plus. What's persuasion?
It's in.
Plus 0. So 12.
Oh.
So Greg says, "Oh, that sounds reasonable." And then the other half-orc says, "No, we were told we've got to keep a watch on you, unless you were to give us something shiny."
I'm now going to threaten them.
Make an intimidation check with
I'm
advantage.
going to brandish the two shiniest weapons I've got, which is probably my warhammer and my short sword. And
Pain and
Which one
anger.
would you like? Which one?
Which one
do
do
you
you
want?
Make an intimidation check with advantage. So roll it twice the best score.
14,
Ooh.
13,
So 14 plus.
And plus intimidation, plus 3. So we're going for 17.
All right. So no. Run away! You went to the temple. Bye.
Say hi to Badger.
So Greg and Phil make their way back to this.
That's how you deal with a fight. Not like what we did.
Okay, so
Okay.
now
I
what are you
maintain
gonna
the
do?
same words.
So you've got some ideas that he might be trying to raise. I mean, we've got to carry on to the.
Yeah, so let's head off to the temple and just go.
I think we should keep her in conversation because she may well, just through talking to us, reveal something that she doesn't even realise is important.
Yeah.
I think that's...
So we looked at this diary in her presence, didn't we?
Yeah, and it had all necromancy.
Did we read to her? You opened it. Did you? I know you told us.
I think I did say.
So,
I didn't.
you
All
said
I
it.
didn't,
Tell her?
all I didn't say was how much it was worth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
eBay.
So I think it's worth mentioning to her,
Yeah,
you know, about the necromancy stuff, and just go. Do you know what? You know that diary of your dad's.
right.
Says it that one you use.
Our man
Both.
has got an eye for these things, and he says there was some dark magic in that.
Shall I roll a persuasion then? Because I've got
Yeah,
two persuasion.
and just go, look, you know, we're still happy to help you, but you know,
Well, I think it's got to be a sort of conversation because I think she's told us all she thinks is useful.
Yeah.
I think if we have a conversation with her, she may tell us something she doesn't even realise is useful.
okay, go on
So can I start a persuasive conversation with her?
Yeah, true.
Do I need to roll something?
What are you going to say? You can
I'm going
talk
to say to her, what do you think that book actually was your dad's, and do you understand what kind of spells were in there? Did you ever see him with that book?
It's a spell book.
Did you ever see your dad with that book?
Constantly. He's
Where,
been writing
at the
into it in
house?
the past year. He told me it was his diary. Did you find anything in the book?
There are a lot of spells in that book.
It's a spell.
It's not a diary
Or if it is a diary, it's got some spells
in it.
there. Has your dad been learning any new magic recently? Anything he's been trying for these
always
golems?
been researching. He's been researching ways to make golems more effective, more cheaply, more. The animation of a golem requires a lot of magic. It takes over a year to enchant, just over a year to enchant a golem, and until the breakthrough my father and Duval made, in which they managed to enchant masses of golems in the same time period.
Does she know that they were killing people in order to turn them into golems?
Do you say that to her?
No.
She seems
I'll
to
ask
be...
her if she knows anything. So the breakthrough. Oh yeah, you mentioned that before. Do you know much more about how or what was involved in this breakthrough?
Just that Duval had an idea, and he worked with my father, and they managed to take the magic that would enchant a single golem and spread it to many at the same time. Involved many.
What do you know about Duval?
He came to the city about 5 years ago. Really started a partnership with my father 2 years ago, and really I don't know much more. He was quite a sinister man,
Okay.
and very dark, very serious.
My gut feeling is we're brutally honest, and we go, okay, we're putting our lives on the line here for you and your old man. It looks like Duval has maybe have been influencing him with necromantic magic, which, as you know, is really dark stuff, very powerful. There's a possibility that might be involved. We're not great workers of magic ourselves, but if we're going into this, you need to be aware of that. And if you're right next to us, it could get a little bit dicey.
Are you saying Duval was a necromancer?
Yes.
This is most disturbing.
Telling me, when we killed him, it took a lot. Had to hit him with a big hammer.
Sure you killed him?
He didn't move. Big hammer-shaped hole in his head.
Then maybe we are safe. Maybe the danger is over. Maybe we can just find my father and we can go home.
My father had this spell book, so he didn't. He had it with him all the time, and there's
Or
never.
maybe Duval gave it to him. Maybe he didn't know it. Maybe my father discovered that Duval was a necromancer and was about to report him to the authorities.
It's a possibility, but we've still got a load of golems running around, and we don't know how to control them. So, hopefully,
You're right.
you're right, but we need to be on our guard. You got anything you can party? You much of a wizard yourself?
Do you have any magic?
I know some spells, yes. But most of magic is... I was training under my father. He is not so much a wizard, but what's called an arcanist. He infuses magic into objects. That's what I've been doing, or learning to do.
What can you do? Do you know? Have you tried any of it?
She reaches into her pouch again and she pulls out a couple of coins. I've been putting spells into these coins. She hands one to you. He says, both of these, this one allows you to levitate, to rise in the air. And the other, it makes you fleet of foot, fast, swift.
And how do they work? Do they have like a...
Hold the
enchanted.
coin, hold it up, and will it to work, and it will work.
How long does it last?
It's variable. I think they last a minute or so.
Might come in handy. Can we borrow these for a little while?
Yes, I know you can use them.
Yeah, thanks very much. So you've got levitate, and I've got
Fleet of foot.
run like the wind. Of it.
Right. As you're heading up the road, you can see the stone platform of the temple. So this is the path that you're getting through, and this represents a sort of raised edge to the stone platform. The walls here are not constructed, so it just raises up into a stone dais and a stone platform. You can see various statues around, stone dais in the middle. There is a large well here as well, but otherwise it appears to be quite empty. You can see some construction materials to the side. It doesn't look like construction has been happening for quite some time.
Just out of interest, what do these heads look like?
They've
Lionish?
got lion faces.
Yeah, okay. But we don't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Fab. So we how big is this whole area? Is it as it is? So that's
Yes. So
60, 90, so 30 meters across. Okay.
We're here.
Shall we
We have got nothing to represent her.
is there anything that's obvious the main entrance? From your aspect of
there
the approach?
doesn't appear to be an entrance, so you can come up the rock here and you can just climb up to there's no wall, so that crumbled.
Right.
Ruin.
And these heads are, as they are they all facing out?
They are all facing out. The stone dais in the middle, cold stone. It doesn't have in quite some time.
Okay.
There's a kind of heavy dust. Do you want to get?
I don't think there's anything to be gained from that. I'm more interested in what's down that hole.
Right.
If only we had the ability to levitate.
Quite. Okay.
Is it going well?
Well, see what you did there.
Oh, so it's about a minute, is it? It's, Cassandra. If I use this coin to levitate for a minute,
How deep's the well, first of all? So is it? Can we see the bottom of it?
You cannot actually. There's an inky darkness as you come
Okay.
up to it. There is, as you get up, a kind of draft of air that suddenly whistles through the well itself, and a kind of, I don't know, this
So
strange sound.
let's drop let's drop a rock down and see if it goes plink or whether it goes splish.
Take the rock, drop it,
Pow.
disappears into the darkness.
No sound?
No sound.
No sound at all.
Okay.
So bottomless pit.
Doesn't
Okay.
mean that there
Or
isn't
someone
a chamber
caught it.
off of it, though, does
Or
it?
somebody call it. Your call. What do you want to do? Do you want
I'll
to explore
roll
that?
a
Or
perception, I think.
Have you got
You wanna-
light or something you can drop down?
I think I have got a torch.
Ooh, got torches.
Shall I drop mine?
You light a torch. You sort of wrap around the cloth around the torch. You've got it doused in lamp oil. You light it, drop it, the flame into the well, and this light falls about 10 feet and then turns to inky darkness. Just instantly disappears.
Okay, can I roll a perception? Do I want a perception or
You
an
can-
insight?
You can tell without rolling
Oh.
that something magical has happened.
Okay.
It's not normal. So the light doesn't disappear, but you don't see where anything went. This is unusual.
Can I just say,
Yeah, go on.
it is unusual, but we saw something similar back at the
Oh yeah.
At the mansion.
mansion.
The thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be a magical spell.
Do you know what? There's no flies on you, girl.
Coming from a Goliath. High praise indeed. Do you have
So
any rope? Perhaps we could go down.
why don't
Oh, I can see
Cassandra and I lower ourselves and you levitate?
that. Oh, okay, my
So
rope.
we're all sort of moving at the same speed. Cassandra and I are climbing down
Make
ropes.
a perception check, Becky, because you were the one really paying attention to the work.
Skills. What's that?
17.
17.
On the edge of the
6.
well, about 10 feet down, just above the darkness, you can see a dark shape about this big flitter up and go back down again. Some sort of scarab.
It's a scarab.
It's a
Black
beetle.
beetle.
Okay.
Yeah, don't want to mess with them.
So,
That's necromancy shit, them scarabs.
okay.
Egyptians.
And what's my animal handling thing do?
It lets you handle animals. Like if there's a dog or a horse, or it basically lets you come up to an animal. Hey, boy, good boy.
Hey, doggo.
That kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Or calm down a horse. It's, remember,
If
you're
I
a
could
druid.
touch one of these scarabs, maybe I could do me beastie sensey.
You could.
But we've
try
got to
that.
touch one first, isn't it? Okay,
I
I'm
think
going
we go
to.
Down, yeah. I have a rope as well, so we can both go down on ropes.
Okay.
Because there's nothing to be gained by me being able to levitate for 1 minute, is there?
You could get back out if you want to.
Tell you what, why don't we both? Has she got a rope with her? Have I got a spare rope?
You both got rope, I think.
What about
You're-
Cassandra?
Sandra got
Oh, she does. I might.
Very prominent.
Yes, I do.
in my bag.
Excellent.
Fucking jar.
We're going to have a butcher's down here. Are you going to come with us?
All right. Do you want me to stay up here to take a look in case some of those orcs return?
Nah, the orcs aren't going to
Nah.
be coming back. So you're the only one that knows your dad's magic. You're the only one that knows your dad. I reckon if you're with us,
All right.
so why
Let's
don't we
do
all have a
this.
little bit of a lower? And as we lower ourselves down, if any of these scarabs come up, I'll try and do my beastie sensey on
Okay. So who's going first?
me.
Right. So the three of you tie the rope to a large outcropping of rock, which you do quite well. Yeah, no problem, Kevin.
We'll let you know if we're dead.
And lets you go down. Make an athletics roll with advantage because you've got a rope.
8
And you can roll it
plus
again.
6.
Yeah, that's fine.
10.
Yeah, that's fine. It's pretty easy for you. You sort of shimmy down. As you get down 10 feet, you start to feel this kind of coldness to the air, and everything goes dark. But you're otherwise okay. You can still feel the rope.
I still see above me.
You can still no. In fact, when you look above, it's darkness.
So it's darkness.
Downstairs is dark. Upstairs is dark. You can keep going down if you want, or you can come back up.
I'm going to shimmy back up, tell them what I found.
All right, you do. You find no problem.
So I'm going to go, look, once we hit this level about 10 feet below, it goes black.
Mhm. And we have no idea how low that goes because my rope is only 50 foot.
Okay, well, I'm quite clever. I tie knots in mine every 10 feet. So I'm going to go back down another to 20
Mm.
and then come back up again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do that.
Okay. Hang on.
Do I pass through it or?
Let me make a roll.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Go down 10 feet, 20 feet. Go
Anything
back
change?
up. It kind of feels cold and tingly.
Is it getting colder?
No.
Or so
It's the
once
same-
I enter it, it's the
It's a
same
kind of
sensation.
feeling of tense. The hairs in the back of your neck stick up, that sort of thing. But it doesn't get colder than that.
I apparently have dark vision.
Okay. Well, why don't you have a little
So I'll
lower?
go down.
So I'll
yeah.
wait at the top.
You also have dark vision.
Oh, do I?
You cannot see through the
Oh,
in this
okay.
dark.
Okay.
This is a magical darkness, which means that you can't see through it.
Okay.
Is it only there because we believe in it? Isn't there something that's when it's magical if we don't buy
Illusion
it?
and disbelief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's an illusion?
Do you know what? I'm going to go to the bottom of my 50 foot of rope.
All right.
I'm going to keep climbing down and do this every.
You go to 30, back up, nothing happens.
40.
40, you feel something fall on your arm, and you instinctively go to flick it off, so kind of scarab or something. As you go down to 50, as you get the last sort of 10 feet, as you start going past 40 to the last 10 feet, the darkness lifts, and your dark vision comes into play. So it's still dark here. There's no light source.
But this isn't.
But this isn't magical darkness. So the tunnel itself, the well itself, seems to have been enchanted with some sort of dark. As you come down on a bed, literally of hundreds of these scarab-type creatures, just sort of scouring everywhere, all over the walls, whatever. This is where you.
Don't like it.
Oh, God.
This is going to end well.
Spider is at the bottom.
Is this
where
the
you
bed?
Huh?
Is this the bed?
There's no. You can't see that.
I know I can't see
Is
it.
that bed? No, it's not a bed. You are down here. The well is there.
So we're coming down directly above this, are we?
Yeah.
And there's just a sea of scarabs. Yeah?
Sea of scarabs everywhere that you can see from your vision. Your dark vision is about 60 feet, so it's about 10 of roughly.
Okay, so I'm still hanging onto the rope.
Yeah.
I dropped my torch into the scarabs. Do they?
So you have to light your. You've lit your torch as you went down. But
Yeah,
it's
this is
to
the
stay
one
dark.
that we lowered down earlier. It's still
Okay.
burning because we put a little lamp on.
Yeah. Actually, you do find the torch. It has gone out
Right.
as it fell down, but you can start to light it. You can light it again.
Okay, I relight
As
it.
you light it, they sort of skitter and they scream and they sort of move away from you, leaving this kind of 5 foot gap around you. but then it's like a sea of them just moving around.
Okay.
Step away from the light, though.
Fab. I scoot back up the rope. I call up, actually. Can they hear me?
No, they can't.
Okay, so in that case, I climb back up the rope. Can I get through it?
Yes.
Okay, so I get back to the top, explain what we got going on, and say, what do you reckon?
Let's go down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we all go down, all three of us,
Okay.
on
so
3 separate ropes.
You go down. You're going down next, are you?
Yeah.
Have we got any kind of fiery spells? Have you got any fiery
I
spells?
don't so.
Ooh. Can I speak with animals, please?
Pouch and a staff and a
Oh no.
belt falls to the ground.
Cassandra.
It just lands there. The pouch you recognise that Cassandra was
Cassandra's.
wearing, staff she was holding, and the belt that was around her
But
waist.
not her.
Not her. No.
Okay. We pick up the pouch.
Yeah.
No, actually, we'll pick the whole lot up. Put it back inside the pouch so it all disappears.
Yeah.
And so we picked up her stuff. Okay, we either go back and try and find out what's happened, or we move forward. What do you want to do?
There's
I don't know.
the rope lands there.
She's
Her
been
rope.
taken. She's been
Your
taken.
rope.
Her
All
rope.
3 of the ropes land.
Okay.
Oh well, we can't go back up.
Well, you can
I
levitate.
can levitate. Yeah.
It's 50 foot. I reckon you can levitate that in a minute if you want.
Mm.
When you be on your own, then
But
we'll
you
be
can
split
swap
up.
coins. You don't have to use, anyone can use the coin, so you could levitate and hold her and go up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You can carry us both up.
You could. So anyone who has the coin can use it to levitate. It doesn't have to be you. You can give it to someone else.
Okay. We stoop down, pick up the ropes that have fallen,
Yeah. that's
tie them
great.
to ourselves. I take the levitation coin, Neve hangs on to me, and we levitate up to the top.
All right. Okay. Make an athletics check.
Both of us.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 13. You got 2.
I got 8 with my.
Okay, hang on. So what am I looking for? 13. But is it dexterity? Is it?
No, it's athletic.
Oh, where's that then?
And skills.
As you
Oh, 1.
rise to the top.
I got 14.
That's all right. That's enough to keep on board. As you rise to the top, can we take those off? Sorry. As you rise back up to the top, you see no sign of where she's gone. However, you do see sort of breaking up from the ground in these different areas. These in various states of decomposition, undead. They're rising from the ground.
Let's take them on. Well, we haven't got a lot of choices. We either run or we fight.
Okay.
You do see, which you didn't see before, is at the in the corner dais that has just raised, there appears to be some sort of tomb. You can see that Cassandra is encased in some sort of sarcophagus that is semi-transparent. You can just about see through it.
Is she moving?
No,
We shouted at her. She appeared to hear us.
she does not appear to react.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
We're going to need these.
I think we're going to need to start shooting some arrows or some shit.
Yeah.
Except I'm not going to do it. You got 19 and I got 2.
You're going first, then the skeletons are going, and then Jex is going.
Okay.
So these braces of archery, I'm wearing them. Okay, I think I probably better take out
Okay, you see the skeletons rising from the ground. They're writhing in this sort of black lightning energy and cackling and the sort of sneering at you as they're picking up their weapons and veering towards you. What are you going to do?
Are they all edged weapons? Have they got any ballistic weapons?
They have all edged weapons. They don't have any missile weapons.
I so that's taking these out then, I suppose.
If we move first,
Yeah, they get to move against us.
yeah, but if we move towards the sarcophagus
Yeah,
and take that as a defensive position,
yeah.
what do you reckon?
Yeah.
Or do we stay around the well? Because you can make an attack move and then move, can't you? Or do you have to move and then make an attack move?
You can attack, then move. You can half your move, attack, and then move again.
So if it's 5 away, 1, 2, 3, 4, you could get to there. I don't know. What do you fancy?
I think we pick off the ones that are nearest to us
Okay.
and move to the sarcophagus.
Okay.
All right. So you want
You
to
go
roll your
first.
attack?
Yeah,
So which one are you
I'm
attacking?
gonna take that one.
All right.
This one here.
Roll your attack.
And is it just 4 or have I got anything to add?
You need to
that?
get 12. So if you've got plus whatever to it, you get plus 2 with
Wow.
your
plus
thing.
2 with those. So that
So if you
gives
look
me
at your
so 6.
actions, which is your attack, you get plus 8, plus 2 with that, so it's
And
plus
plus
10.
10.
So you actually hit 14.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a hit. Do your damage, which is
1d4 plus 1d5.
that's 1d8 plus 5 from your long one.
1d8 plus 5. Is that
Yeah.
one of these?
It's the one that has got triangles. It's got 2 pyramids.
There we go.
Like
That's
this, that one?
These are
So I
nice
have to
dice,
roll
aren't
that.
they?
They're gorgeous. 7.
Okay, plus
five.
5, 12. The arrow hits this one in the skull. Its skull explodes and it falls backwards off the and falls down,
I
dropping
moved-
its side.
Okay, so I'll move towards the.
So you can move up to. You're actually an elf, so you can move 7 squares.
Is that counting that one?
Yeah.
2,
1.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
As you approach the diocese, you can see there is a circular indentation here and one on the other side. And there are ruins around, sort of etched markings around each of the sides. Right.
I think
Okay.
it's going to need us both on that
Yeah.
thing, isn't it?
You're going to need to stand on that one. I'm going to have to stand on this one.
Yeah.
The indentation is like a circle about this big,
Yeah.
and it's sort of it's like a little groove. So
It's like a
Can't
thing
do
that
it.
releases something. Yeah.
it's like a ring that there's a space for an object.
Oh, this is-
like a
And there's
scarf
like
or something.
little ruins
Oh.
inside.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so the skeletons move. We can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so this one is the only one in range, so it attacks you, Becky, and hits armor class 12. I don't think that's going to hit you. So it misses. It swipes its
Yeah.
side.
Hang on, let
and
me
misses.
find
You're
it.
16.
Where is that?
It's at the top.
Your armor class.
Ah.
Checks his turn.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, because he's engaged in melee and you're using a ranged weapon, he gets advantage because he's right next to you. And it's difficult for you to defend when you're using a missile weapon. It's the rules. So he gets to roll twice to see. if he
Okay,
hits.
go on.
So the second doesn't matter. The second one hits armor class 10. So
Okay.
it still misses you. Swipes and misses.
Okay, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So can I engage both of these guys at the same time?
Technically, you can't. So you can do one attack, but I think you've got
I've got this.
you've got some great weapon master. Or
It's a melee thing, isn't it? Barbarian features. Oh, fast, I'm sure there was. Actions. Okay, do you know what? I'm going to go all melee, go rage on these boys.
All right, go for it. Roll your attack.
With short sword.
Yes, you do good. You've got 2 attacks, so you can go. You can attack one and the other if you want.
4.
So that's a plus. What do you get for that? Plus.
For the short swords is +6.
Okay, so that just misses the skeleton. They needed 11 to hit them, so
Okay.
it just misses one of the skeletons. And with the hammer, 11, yeah, that's definitely a hit.
Okay.
So roll a D. I think it's a D8 if you're not using it.
D6 +3 for damage, is it, with a short sword?
It's the hammer you hit him with.
Okay, so the hammer is
So D8
D8 +3.
It's +5 because you're raging. So so D8 +5.
3 +5.
You slam into that one and sort of smack it into the hammer smashes into it.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So Becky, it's your go.
Oh, okay. Oh, so they don't get. When do they get a go then? They don't
They
get a go.
They had their go
they
second.
moved, basically. They were shambling up towards you.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to move to that disky thing and
Yeah.
try and stick her staff in it?
Have I got her stuff?
Well, we're
You've
if
got
you
the
move there-
staffs in the bag. You put it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
You have the bag of holding, I think.
Okay.
If not, I chuck it to you because we're 10 feet away.
Yeah, no, that's
okay.
fine.
I've got
All
quite
right,
a
so
good
I'm
throwing
gonna
arm.
move to there, and I'm gonna stick the staff in the thing.
Make a D20 roll. That's fine. You put the staff into the hole. You can hear a sort of grinding of stone, and the runes around it light up. The staff is now fixed in this place. You can see the sarcophagus is starting to light up as well.
Okay. Can I attack still, or is that my go done?
No, you can attack. I would say that's your bonus action, so you can attack still if you want.
I want to attack this thing here.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Is that with the D20?
Yeah.
9.
That's enough because you've got like something silly like +8. So make a roll a D8.
Oh, this
That's
one.
the penalty one. Yeah, no, that's right.
5.
Smacked into him. He smashes into pieces as well. Okay, so the skeletons move and attack.
They've now got a conga line.
I have.
If you can line them up and shoot them all with one arm.
Yeah, go for the neck.
All right, so
This
2
one.
attack jacks. That's a hit, armor class 25, and armor class 16. I think those are both hits, or
Right.
no, it misses. The
I'm
second
an
one
18, so
Yeah, so the second one misses. Does you're raging, which I think gives you resistance to damage. So you take 6 points of damage, which is half to 3. You take 3 points of damage.
You're invincible.
Right. Okay.
Checks to go then.
No. This thing attacks you.
All right.
Hits armor class 18.
Oh,
I think it's a
that's gonna
hit.
be a hit. Yeah.
And does you 4 points of damage as the sword swipes into you. All right. Now it's Jex's go.
okay. Short sword warhammer again. I'm not moving. I'm going to stay there,
All right. Cool.
or I'm going to attack and then I'll move.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's just that. 4.
Unlucky. All right, so that just misses again. So you swipe past, and it's your raise sort of pulls you over, and you just miss. But you've got your short sword to attack
Yep.
as well. Yeah,
12.
that hits. So roll a D6 for the short sword, I think. D6 plus 5. It's plus 3 normally, but it's plus 5 now because you've got your rage on.
Yeah,
Got
so
your rage
yeah.
on. Ah.
Short sword, here we go. D6 plus whatever. So 4 plus.
Plus 5 because you're raging and you smash into that one behind you. The short sword swipes backwards and this head comes flying off. Right.
Okay, well, I haven't moved yet. So
No, you
can I-
haven't? No.
So 1,
Oh no.
Ah, it's all over.
1, 2, 3.
So as you move away, you incur what's called an attack of opportunity. So as you move out of something's combat range, unless you take an action called disengage,
Right.
which you can't do without ending your turn.
Yep.
So you can't do it this turn. So you can move, but he gets a swipe at you as you
Yeah,
go.
go on then.
He hits armor class 18,
Which
which
is
is your
what I've
armor
got.
class, and does you 4, which is half to 2 points of damage.
There you go.
Right. So, but you're here now. All right.
Now it's their go.
It's
My
their
go?
go. It's their go.
No, it's your-
Oh, it's your go.
It's
Yeah.
your go again. So
See this arrow?
Yeah.
Can I only slay one person?
It's a
with...
very powerful magical arrow. You
Yeah.
can try using it now if you want. What are you trying to do?
slay all those 3.
If you can position yourself here,
Yeah.
you will incur attack of opportunity, possibly 2 attacks of opportunity, but you will do it. If you scuttle between here, make an athletics check to see if you can scuttle between here without avoiding. D20 to see if you can make it here. Okay, so as you scuttle through, you get swiped at by 2 blades,
Yeah.
which does you 7 points of damage as you scuttle through and you get stabbed. But you are right here and you can take a shot with the arrow with slaying. It starts glowing with magical energy as you swipe. So roll your attack.
And that's this as well,
Yeah.
is it?
7 plus 8, which makes actually plus 8 plus 2 from the. It's actually 17. So it hits the first one, hits the second, hits the third. Roll. I think it's
D10, is it? No. D6.
60-10 damage. So you roll a shitload of damage.
Jesus.
We'll see how much damage you do. We'll see how many it goes through.
What is it? It's 11, isn't it?
They've got about 9 hit points each or 8 hit points each. 10, 60. Yeah, that's enough. So even with 2 1s, okay, the arrow it goes bright red and fires through, smashes into the 3 of them, pushing them aside, and your arrow explodes at the end, hitting into the wall, hitting into the rock.
Side of the rock. Okay.
Right. As this thing's go,
Yeah, go on then.
it's going to move forward and attack Jax. That's a hit. That's already an 18 just from the roll, so that's a hit. Does you 4 points of damage, half to 2, so 2 points of damage. And Jax gets to go, and for the sake of brevity, he obliterates this thing into little itty bitty pieces. And you are left standing amidst this bone and splinters and stuff. And I will say at this point,
No way.
huh? No, I will say at this point, I'm assuming that Vincent and Faust make have decided to go somewhere. Where have you decided to go?
Well, we've decided to join. Yeah, we're going to join the we're going to go down the well. Or we're going to go.
Okay, so at this point, after having sort of smashed these to pieces, you can see in the distance Faust and Vincent are just wandering up, whistling. They seem to have had a nice time.
Let's have
Yeah.
a short rest.
Nice time.
And yeah, you're all together. All hello.
That's,
What's going on?
Did you hear what was going on?
No.
So we've gone to the temple.
Yep.
We've lowered ourselves down into a well that had
Scarabs.
nasty inky black magic stuff that you can't see through.
Oh yeah, that kind of stuff.
As Cassandra was lowering herself down, she disappears, drops all her stuff, which we picked up, including a staff and her bag full of useful crap.
Your amulet is starting to get really hot. Your bracelet is starting to get really hot.
Oh yeah, the one
Yeah.
that said
Eternal.
Eternal.
And there's no one could flame.
Anyway, so we've got out of the well, only to find that a load of those undead dudes that attacked you have rocked up, but we've just got rid of all them, taken a few points of damage. Cassandra's now in a sarcophagus that's glowing blue, and we've stuck her staff in a hole next to it. There's another hole similar to it the other side.
Which must need another object to go into it.
I'm going to walk
Bigger.
slowly towards it with the eternal thing, like a kind of hot or cold. Just like
Is my wrist on fire? No. Is it on fire?
Okay, Alan, I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
why's he
no.
got to make the worst to say? Oh
Because
no.
he's the wise one.
Because I've got the ghost of
Christmas
Yeah.
past.
yeah.
All
10
right. So,
plus 3 or was that not? No.
you
Yeah,
had
because
your
your
wisdom,
wisdom,
saving
but-
throw back.
Wisdom. I should know this by now. Wisdom. Oh, plus nothing. So yeah, 10.
Okay, so as Faust comes over this side, takes the bracelet off his hand and places it in the indentation.
Oh, I did say I took it off.
You took it off.
Took it off.
He did take it off.
It was starting to burn your
As
wrist.
you take it
Oh,
off,
okay.
it flicks from your hands and makes its way into the hole. And as it does so, the runes around it light, and the sarcophagus starts going inside into the dice. So there's a sort of grinding noise as it goes inside.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
As it does this creature bursts from Vincent like some sort of ghost and screams and sort of moves over here.
It's like
um,
anything.
Yeah.
It's you recognize it as the figure of Malcolm, a ghostly apparition that looks suspiciously like Malcolm Dulant.
Sorry.
A tall man, grey hair. From your vision, he looks like the decaying figure you saw in your dream.
Yeah.
It's covered with this sort of black lightning energy all around him, and as he screams, and as the diocese sinks into the ground very, very quickly,
Oh, bugger.
a spectral image of a huge golem appears in the dais itself.
Right.
And I'm afraid you've got to roll initiative.
So what's happened to me once the,
You took 4 points of damage.
but I'm healed up from the previous one.
Did you heal yourself
Yes.
with spells?
Yes, I did.
Well, use the spells and heal yourself. What spells did you cast?
I cast.
Actually, you had a chance to do something called a short rest. So
Okay.
you would have got
Oh, you're going to be past now? Don't want to talk
2d6
for 4
worth
weeks?
of hit points back for free.
Right. So for
So roll 2d6 and add them to your hit points.
4.
Well, just
Five.
add 5 to your hit points
Oh,
because you
5.
lose 4 as this
Right,
thing
okay.
comes out.
Cool. So. Okay, fine.
I don't have a D20 now, do I?
It went back in the box. Feel free to borrow one.
Right. So we've got to roll for initiative as well. Have
Yeah, roll for
Oh,
initiative.
really?
I
No.
know.
There's one.
That's not right.
we? Yeah.
Right, so 16 plus 3, 19.
I've got 21.
Oh, am I? Are we all
14.
rolling?
Yeah.
That's-
Oh,
What are
sorry.
That's-
That's
not
That's
a
not
D20.
a D20.
we? Initiative. What was it?
Roll
Initiative. wasn't it?
d20. So
That's
That's my purple. Oh. Has this already been rolled?
I think.
Yeah.
What were you, Chris?
That was me. So I was
14.
14.
Okay. Where's 1920?
Sorry.
13.
all right.
What's
So I've got the initiative.
Right, Jax.
I've got.
Mine was 14.
What's initiative?
Minus initiative.
Oh, yours is minus?
Yeah.
All right.
Or is it minus?
Is it minus
It's
initiative?
plus initiative.
Plus initiative.
Where's that then?
So initiative
Up
is
the
next
top.
to your armor class.
Oh,
So-
+3. So 17, sorry.
I got
Alright.
18.
Right, so it's
I've
Vincent,
got-
Faust, Neve, and Jets, I think.
Okay.
All right, and then these things. Okay, so Vincent.
Right. I'd say Golem first.
Is the golem moving yet?
The golem is appearing to move. It has this huge, great sword in its hand. It looks kind of ghostly. As you
Oh.
look at it.
Can we? Oh,
You know the words.
no, I don't. I don't know the words. He knows.
You
the
know-
I
words.
don't know the words.
You've got
Last-
the book.
Okay.
Well, you can't.
No, I can't try that until my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
can't
remember
try.
how it happened last time.
And I can't check to see if it's really there.
You can make an intelligence check to see
Right.
if it's an illusion.
By the way,
But if it is
we
an
don't want
illusion,
you
you
to try
just
to say
"Oh,
the
no, it
words.
is."
We don't want to know what happened last time.
Seven
It
plus.
looks fairly fucking real to you.
Right. Fair enough. Right. So I'm gonna go with.
Are you going to attack it or are you going to attack Bad Boy that's come back? Because we got two.
Yeah.
Are they both adversarial? Do we know?
But this
Well, we
one's,
know he is.
yeah, this one's full of black fire and screaming.
Okay.
But that is Dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Right. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with Dear Dad because I imagine he's the instigator.
Are you going to try
So-
and talk to him, mate?
Um,
Or are you going to attack?
I'm gonna try and talk because
Well, you
yeah,
went first, so
yeah. We mean you no harm. We're here to help. Where is your daughter? We don't want to fight you. We know you're a good person at heart.
Make a persuasion.
Come on.
Oh,
Fuck. Plus
no.
I've got it's
Let's see what you had.
persuasion 10. So 13.
Hey, look,
What?
the
Yeah,
dulcet
it's not
tones of Vincent. As you say this, it sort of screams at you again, and black bile and things comes at you. It does miss ectoplasm goes on your face. You can still have your
You've
action.
been
This has
slimed.
failed.
All right.
I think he's bad.
Okay. Fine. Yeah, spiritual weapon. So I'm going to have at him with my spiritual weapon.
All right,
So-
so crush it off your
Are any
spell
of us
slot.
in range? It was a spiritual weapon.
He just summons
Oh,
a Green Lantern type weapon.
That's what I'm going to aim him
That's
for there, way.
Which one are you going for?
Oh, so I'm going for him. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's fine. So I'm going to go for Dear Dad.
What spiritual weapon is you?
So it's create a floating spectral weapon. Lasts for duration until you cast the spell again. When you cast the spell, you can make
This
a
is your
melee.
spiritual weapon.
Okay.
All right.
So the spiritual weapon is going to be let's see how big it is going to be. Yeah, so it's going to be a giant solid concrete pillar that just kind of comes through and just smashes down on him.
All right, go for it. Roll
Yeah.
your attack.
That's a D20 still, yeah?
Yeah.
17.
Or it smashes into him. Let's do a 2d10 worth of damage. We'll say it goes
D10s.
sort of it's particularly
yeah.
appropriate spiritual weapon.
D8, D10 is.
Two of them.
So then 9
9
and a 2.
So okay, the 11 points of damage is the spiritual weapon. Sort of a huge hammer block sort of comes down and smashes into this.
Oh, no,
ghost.
no, wait,
Great.
wait.
Oh, okay. So smashes into the ghost, which sort of shrieks in pain. and sort of is pushed backwards slightly over there. Spiritual weapon is here.
Okay.
All right, so it's Faust.
Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll 2d20.
Eldritch Blast.
He fires bolts of black lightning from his fingertips.
Oh, it's quick.
Okay, fire again.
Yeah!
Okay. Roll 2d10, double it, and add 10.
Come
Double it and add 10.
Yeah.
Double twos.
One.
What?
And one.
10.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
1 and 1, isn't
Double
it?
it and add 10. Is that to each?
No, so no, not to eat. So
12.
the 2 is doubled to 4.
14.
So bad. Remember, you've got luck.
Yeah.
I think you just used it all up.
Then those
Yeah.
2 will use all your luck up. Yeah.
No, I have 3.
Yeah, I know, but you re-roll both dice.
Yeah.
So that's 2 points. You
Yeah.
you used 1 point
No, because we
earlier.
rested. We had a short rest, right? Because that's how.
Short rest doesn't refresh. It's got to
It
be
does.
long rest for luck. Long rest for luck.
Just roll the dice
Well
already.
done.
That's better.
10 and 5. So 15 double to 30 plus 10. That's 40 points of damage as this thing is slammed and sort of as it shrieks and it falls over into the well and falls into the well shrieking.
Oh,
as
sorry.
bits
I
of it start
meant to
falling
specify
off.
I was aiming at both.
Are both of them? Okay, well that one still falls shrieking, but it's
Okay.
slightly less worn. It falls into the hole. This thing sort of is knocked backwards. Well, not forwards actually.
Oh
no.
Make a dex saving throw, Jax.
9.
I think you have good
Oh,
You
things.
got advantage because you're a
Plus
barbarian. I
3.
think.
Hang on.
After the
for
two.
2.
I can't believe you rolled 220 and then 2 1. You
have advantage on dex saving throws,
1
affects you
or
on
20.
So I got danger sense. Does that help?
It does. You get to roll that again. 16. You step out of the way as the thing sort of lumbers in this direction, almost squashing you, but you sort of step out of the way nimbly at the same time. Right. Okay. So it's now Neve's turn.
Is it worth still checking to see if the golem is actually real?
You did check, didn't you?
It appears to be some sort of phantasm. So
Yeah.
it is part illusion, part real.
Right.
It almost fell on me. It's definitely real.
Okay. So you're gonna have at it.
Yeah. So I'm
Um,
going to cast
go on.
a hail of thorns.
All right. Go for it.
Is it D20?
I think roll a d20 and then you can add a d10 to damage. I think so.
And I've got the brace of
Yeah.
Savage.
Yeah. 2. That's a miss. So the shot fires wide, and a bramble of thorns, hail of thorns, goes into the side of the rocky wall, tearing into it. Okay, you get to move. You've got a move action left, so you can go up to 7 squares if you want.
If I move this way, am I moving away from it?
Well, it's here, so whatever you want to move. So if you move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you can do that.
Okay.
All right, Jax. Actually, at the end of your turn, one of the dragon heads, one of the dragons with the lion's head, starts to glow blue, and flame starts to come out of it. I'm going to roll for which one does that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I roll a 6, it doesn't happen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. So here, in a line that goes into the golem, so blue flame comes from this dragon head, hitting the ectoplasm golem, and as it sort of rises and its form starts to shudder. Okay, you'll go.
Okay, I'm going to have at it with.
You've got 2 attacks.
Okay, I'm going to have at it with a battle axe and a warhammer.
All right, go for it.
Oh, sorry, it is 20 to start off with, yeah. So I missed completely. How can I
That's
miss
the first one you missed. So that as you move, as you put your short sword away to get the battle axe out, you kind of sort of tumble a bit. So you've got the battle axe ready, but you kind of messed that up.
Okay.
But you can roll the warhammer still.
9.
That's 9 plus. Yeah, that's enough. You only need 12 to hit this thing. It's so huge. So you hit the thing. You want to roll your damage, which is a D8 plus 5.
6.
That's 11 points of damage. You smack into its side. It's looking really worse for wear with the damage that you've all done to it so far, and it's sort of falling backwards. Now it is its go. It is going to take 2 attacks.
I haven't moved yet.
Oh, of course not. You can move. But it's going to take an attack of opportunity if you move out of its melee range.
But it's going to attack me anyway.
Yeah.
So. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right, so it swipes at you, hits 14. That's a miss. I think you're
I'm on
18, so it misses you. Right, it's going to it's going to move forward. 1, 2, 3, and it's going to take 2 attacks on Vincent.
Oh man,
that's a natural 20.
Crit.
And I hit armor class 12. Is that hit? Okay. So the 20 hits you. Does 9 double to 18 plus 5 points of damage, 23 points of damage.
oh fuck!
Does that put you below 0?
Okay,
as it swings its sword, it smacks into you. You fall down, you go unconscious, which goes to 0 hit points. You are slowly beginning to bleed to death. You can be revived, but someone has to tend to you.
Okay.
That must be me.
Right, okay.
Is it my go?
So
That was its go. At the end of its go, one of the lion heads flares up. 3, 1, 2, 3. Shoots a straight line and it hits Faust. Make a dexterity saving throw. I'm going to roll a d20 and add your dex saving throw.
Yeah. 17.
Okay, you take 6 points of damage, which is half to 3. So you take 3 points of damage as you mostly get out of the way of a bolt of blue flame. Right, okay.
3.
Now it would be Vincent's go. You make what's called a death saving throw.
right.
So you get to make 3 of these. If you fail 3 of these, you die if no one's sent you.
Okay.
So this is your first saving throw. You need to roll above 10. So
Right.
11 to 20. There's no modifier. It's just 11 to 20. Right, that's a fail. So you failed 1 death saving throw. If you fail 2 more, you will die. But you don't have to do it this turn.
Right.
If he hits you twice,
There
you're dead.
Right.
Okay. So in fact, if he hits you once because you're unconscious, it will be a critical hit.
Right.
So it depends what he does. But you're okay. That's
Okay.
fine.
Right.
It's Faust's go.
I can't do anything to revive. I don't have any spells to revive or heal.
So
do
You
I?
can heal. He needs healing or someone to do a medicine
I don't think I have
check
healing.
on him.
I do.
You can pour a potion down his throat as well. You've got a potion of healing.
Oh no, I have giant
You
strength.
don't. You don't. She does. You can do something else though. You can shoot the thing. You can try and distract it
Yeah.
because if it hits him,
Okay,
he will
I'll just
die.
last.
All right, so.
But remember, it's anything above 3 does. Anything above 3
It
hits.
depends what the armor class of this thing is. Luckily, this armor class is 12, so you need 4 plus. Is that 8?
Yeah, it's plus 8.
So that's a hit. Do you want to roll your second Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, that's 2d10, isn't it?
No, it's 1d10. You
1d10.
got 2 attacks on it. The Eldritch Blast is
Oh yeah.
you fire 2
So
bolts.
do I roll my second
You
one now?
roll your second attack. Yep, that's a hit. So roll 2d10 plus 6 plus 11. And 11. Okay, this thing is getting battered. Okay, but it's still somehow starting to hold form. Right, okay, so that was your go. Neve, your go.
Okay. I've got mending. Is that?
No.
No, you need cure-like wounds.
Can you get to
Cure
him
wounds.
with your potion of healing?
If you can get to him, you can pour a potion of healing down.
So
2. In fact, your spiritual weapon goes away because you're not unconscious.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And then that's
6,
within
7.
range.
I can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can. You can get here and you can pour a potion down his throat. So you give him
Potion of
that
healing.
potion. It's greater healing. Get 4d4 plus 4.
Are they the these?
Triangles.
Oh, sorry.
You got one of them.
You got one of them. You're one.
Have I got one of them? There you go.
Okay, I got them.
Let's roll. 44. So that's 5, 6, 7. You rolled 3 ones. So, 11 points of
work?
damage. Huh?
How do they even work?
So that's 4. You read the bottom. That's that one. You read the bottom. This one you read the top. This one you read the bottom. This one you read the top. So that's 1, 1, 1. That's 3 plus 4. That's 7
plus 4, so it's 11.
plus 4. 11 points. So you gain 11 hit points. You are on 11 hit points as
Right.
you rise from the ashes. All right. So you're up, but you're right next to the bad guy.
Checks.
Right. Okay. So
No, it's checks now, isn't it?
it is Jax's go. Yeah.
How? What's my?
6.
No, but I must have something that can.
You've got some other abilities because you've got a couple of range. You've got some spells as well.
Oh no. Oh no.
And you've got your potion of haste.
Oh, I know.
We don't need it.
No.
Well going down.
Okay,
I'll take this one.
Can I do?
Are you conscious now?
Yeah,
Yes, but
You can't.
You've poured down the potion. So you have used the potion of healing.
What's dash do?
Dash means you can move faster, but it
I
means you
can't move
use your
through.
action to move. So effectively, it doubles your move in a turn, but you can't act at the same time.
So I can do 6. Can't
Yeah, you can get to him.
I get in there and I welly at him with.
You're
Right.
still raging.
I'm still raging and I've still got my. So it's Warhammer and.
Yeah, you've got your warhammer, your battle axe.
Yeah.
and
Let's
your
see if I don't hit myself on the head this time.
Okay,
12.
yeah, that's a hit. And the second one, also a hit. So roll 2d8 plus 10 for your damage. So 2, 6, 16 points of damage. As you smack into him, how do you want to kill him?
Oh, which
Describe to me, you've destroyed this thing.
one?
So what are you going to do?
So I'm basically it's a golem.
Yeah.
So it's made of some sort of plaster or shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it just but all the forces going that way.
All right. So you sort of wail into this thing, leaping into its chest, smacking at it with your axe and your hammer again and again as your rage takes over. And this thing is obliterated in pieces as it sort of plasters all over the dragon thing there. And it is actually quite some time before Jex stops pasting this thing into tiny little pieces. It is rubble, and phantasmic rubble, as it just sort of sits there lightly glowing, a paste where once a great beast once stood. And down the well, the darkness flickers, and suddenly scarabs stop coming in droves from the well, and you can hear a
If you'll get out the way, I've got a fireball.
and that's where we'll call it a close.
Oh.
Hey.
Nice.
We're on that for next time.
It's getting intriguing.
Why the blazing down she gone?
Oh, she went down, didn't she? In a
That's
sarcophagus.
probably been the most fun.
That
That was good.
genuinely tense.
20.
You almost died.
Especially when looking at this, people going, "Anya."
So if he hit you with the second blow, you would have automatically failed one death saving throw,
Yeah.
and as you went unconscious.
you failed another one, and then if you fail 3, then you die.
Yeah.
It's quite hard to die if you're with a party because one of the other people can help heal you.
Yeah.
But
well,
once you start going down, everyone starts going down, and then it becomes hot.
These are
Yeah.
very pretty.
Because I watched the thing where they're talking about how Nathan Drake in the Uncharted,
Oh yeah, it's about luck.
it's about luck, and it's almost like the D&D mechanic,
Yeah.
whereas you're not actually, it's not hurting you. It's just that you're
That's right.
reducing the amount of luck you have. Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's kind of like heroic thing. So it's that you turn at the last second to avoid the lethal blow.
yeah.
So it's not like you've
Have you made a note of what cards you've got?
No, I didn't.
It's all right. I know what.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
got the brace. Thing.
Braces
That's
of
all
archery.
I've got. Everything else is gone.
Cool.
I can't believe
I
it is
used it all.
2021 one.
I can.
You have a bag of holding with a
We
bunch
don't
of
know
stuff
what's
in
in
it.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stick your hand in and see what comes out.
Meanwhile, there's still this bag.
Oh, I was ready to jam it down the golem's throat.
I think we need,
You might
we need
need
to save
that
that for the big boy.
Yeah.
Whatever's coming. This is very cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
you might as well leave that here as well because
Why?
well, use it next time. It's yeah.
I might get one of those.
It's your one.
There's,
You break
Very
it.
cool.
I bought a book recently on dice games, but it's not just dice games, it's the theory behind dice games.
Oh, right.
So the likelihood of certain rolls and like with X amount of dice.
Yeah.
You ever heard of a 6 dice game called Farkle?
No, I haven't. No.
It's really fairly straightforward. Basically, it's a point scoring game. It's the first of 10,000.
Oh, right.
I mean, it's relatively simple to play,
Yeah.
but it's a really good illustration. It's a bit like Yahtzee. If you re-roll, like if you roll 6 dice, the likelihood of one of them being scoring is relatively high. Whereas if you roll 3, and
Okay.
it actually
Okay,
the math
Yahtzee.
behind it is really quite interesting. Yes.
Very good. 11:30. Not bad,
Not
Hashem.
bad.
Should we end the stream?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I get constant emails telling me that there's a reason why the stream has been copyrighted. I think it's probably